So tell me again why we're driving through a scary bayou in the middle of the night.
Our friends at Greenwood Development have just bought this bayou after all the people who lived here ran away. Guess why?
Scary monsters?
That's right, Scooby-Doo. It seems there have been sightings of walking dead around here.
Oh, like at least they're not the running dead.
Looks like someone wanted to point something at a precise location in the sky. A satellite, maybe?
I hope they get the cooking channel.
Are you sure this is the place? It looks abandoned.
And creepy.
Like ultra mega creepy. Super duper creepy.
So, what now?
Let's split up and look for clues.
Like I knew he'd say that. Me too.
Gee, I wonder what the goal for this episode's gonna be. Welcome to Bad Juju in the Bayou. Welcome to part 4, episode 4, whatever you want to call it, of this LP. This can also be a bit of a evil kind of episode to deal with. Right now there's still this big ghost. He'll only appear once anyway. And once we got him, there's a key up this box here. Might as well go ahead and grab that because that's important. And then if we go a bit more forward, we'll get a little cutscene that lets us know what we have to do. Because so far, we don't know what to do right now, so explore.
Raggy? What is it, Scoob? Wait, that smell. Gumbo! It must be around here somewhere. Raggy, look! Like we've got to find a way to get up there, Scoob.
Yep, we have to get the gumbo. That is the most important thing to do right now. So, the majority of the area we're in right now, where the gumbo part isn't too bad. It'll get you introduced to something that will only appear for this episode. Swimming in water. Because you see, they can't swim in water at any other point in the game for any other reason. They need the scuba gear. Right now, though, get over here, get rid of the blue ghost, and get up this box and up the building to find a fish. I'm pretty sure it's dead and rotten at this point, but hey, they're gonna eat it anyway, so screw it. Now you got the fish, make sure you fill up on your little Juju, you know, your magic, and then go ahead and take a save on this camera right in the hedge maze. Well, it's not really a maze, but it's a hedge. Oh, and ignore all the other saves I have here, because so far I've been so perfect at not screwing up at all that you know, I got a clue here.
What'd you find there, Scoob?
I'll never miss that clue. But it's not like I missed anything in the past episode and this episode. No, no. I've been so good at this. You see, because I can like move the valves and have them like place onto the rest of the pipe, you know, to get the water through. But however, there's a little valve that is missing for one of the pipes, so we have to go inside this building behind us to get it. But there's a ghost roaming around, so you might as well get rid of him first. It makes things easier for us. There's also like a item over there, but we can't get it right now because we can't swim, because apparently we can't swim without scuba gear. So let's go inside the building and you know, make the water flow, as it says. And we'll start off by just going inside this giant pipe here. Yeah, it was no dialogue, so I didn't even bother putting the volume up. Anyway, there's a button over here, as well as some other stuff. There's a save point here as well. Save here, press button, something will happen. Pretty sure there'll be another cutscene. And, yeah. This is gonna be some great fun, huh, guys?
Like we did it, Scoob! Raggy, the water! That's no good, Scoob. The water's not high enough. We need to close the second gate. How? Like we have to find a way to cross the water to the other side.
Well, there is one way, but we can't do it right now. Also, it's time for a puzzle. There are signs around here that give you hints on how to solve this, but I'm going to give you two anyway, because it's a really easy one you can do in trial and error. spin the green and red valve once, and that's it.
Nope.
I'm not kidding. You don't even touch the blue valve at all. So, there you go. Easy stuff. And there's two ghosts around here that are both those small green guys, so it's just like one bun every time.
Close.
So, what do we get for getting rid of all the steam and getting to go for this platform? Well, we actually get the item we need, the snorkel gear. I'm sorry, I call it the Scooby gear. It's actually the snorkel gear, because, you know, that's a better name for it.
Like I'm a ghost wrangler.
And, yeah, we need this, because, believe it or not, only Scooby can use the snorkel gear. Of course, I mean, Shaggy is so useful in this game. Yeah, the snorkel gear is only a one-off, really.
Look, Scoob.
But they really use it a lot in this episode. And by a lot, I mean about half the episode is the snorkel gear stuff. And it starts off right here with a little tutorial on how to use it. But first of all, let's go ahead and grab some of the fuel for our book. And then we'll go over to a wooden little area over here to jump off of Scooby and dive. As you can see, while swimming, we can hold down the L1 button to hide underwater, which you should do at times because there's alligators and such here. And the alligators do a lot of damage. I'm not kidding. It's like down a quarter of your health. It's really annoying. And at some points, it makes these little underwater things really difficult to deal with. You can actually get a game over really easily of these things around, you know, because they have a weird sort of pattern, especially when you, like, have them notice you and try to bite you. Their pattern gets all screwed up, and they try to reset themselves, and if they're doing a turn, you will probably have to take the hit, because you have a limited amount of time when you're underwater. The good news is, though, for this entire area, you can easily dodge all these crocodiles and get through without needing to dive at all. So that's what I just did. Just take your time and take your speed down. Otherwise, you'll get bitten. You don't want that now, do you? But if you get bitten, there's some health here for you. Now put the bridge down, and the water should be fine. It's crystal. So now we got all that done. Time to press, or spin this valve over here, open up the pipe, and then go back inside, back to the area we were in before. But first of all, make a save here, because I might as well try and get almost all the save points in every episode, at best. So let's go ahead and get back to that pipe area from before.
Like here goes nothing, Scoob.
Well, we made it, but now the place is drenching in water, so let's just hit the switch and close it down. There we go. Now we have two puzzles to deal with to get more water in. Some of this ghost over here will take him down. And there's an item around here that we'll need Scooby to go get, which is a valve. And we'll need the valve to actually get that one missing valve thing done. There it is. Now we've got the valve handle, let's go ahead and do these puzzles. All we have to do is move stuff around. It's a very easy kind of puzzle. You move that over there, and you move the other thing over there. You connect it all together, and you have it go the correct way, and you will actually be able to get yourself a nice little reward of this.
Groovy.
Yeah, it is groovy. Now we have to get the next puzzle, and then get the valve on the other thing, and once we got all three done, we can then have enough, I guess, water to actually, like, push us right up to the thing. Enough pressure to push us right up to the gumbo. By the way, there's two blue ghosts here, but the problem is we don't have much power left. There are some orbs around here, but the problem is I can just get these two. So I recommend you kind of go back and, like, fill up on the green stuff from before. Anyway, this puzzle is actually going to be very obvious to you, considering the pathing for this is shown literally by the stuff you move around, and the two pipes will be bringing down from two puzzles. So as long as you connect yourself with all of those parts, then you should be fine, because everything else should be pretty, you know, self-explanatory. Now, the problem is, when you actually have it all sorted out, you might get stuck. What you'll need to do is move a piece around to get yourself unstuck and out of the, you know, pipe area, so you can go back, or else you're stuck there for good. And sometimes trying to access an area can be a bit blocked off because of these things, so you'll have to move it anyway to unblocking yourself over to the other side to push some stuff around or fix some stuff and all that stuff. Oh, and also get the orbs to take down the next ghost because you might be very low on it right now. There's also some pipes you can't really push because they only go at certain directions, so you'll need to find another way in. Like these pipes, which will always push around. Move this collection of pipes away, and you can move that one, and then everything should be freed up for you to go ahead and push around. Except for the 2 pipes near the puzzles. We'll need to go ahead and do those puzzles right now after we push this. Now, the puzzles are really not that hard. In order to actually complete these puzzles, you just need to fill up the bar to a certain spot, like an arrow will show you this. And one button will fill up a lot, the other one will fill up a bit, and the down one will take a bit off. This is very easy, and you can do it in trial area if you want to. But if you want to watch me do it, and you want to use how I do it, go ahead. But for the most part, this shouldn't be a hard puzzle for you. For the most part, you should be able to accomplish getting both these puzzles done without any trouble at all. All you have to do is just make sure you, you know, just go a bit, and then down, and a bit, and a down. You know, when you get close to it, just go bit down. Keep doing that, you should be fine. But yeah, really easy puzzle. Shouldn't be too hard for you. Once you got those pipes done and dusted, you have everything in place, and now it's just down to making sure all the pipes are in the correct positions so that you can, you know, get the fountain up. Then that'll be puzzle number 2 done. Then we just have to leave back outside and put the valve handle back onto the right position so that we can turn the valve and be able to get stuff done. Because we want that gumbo, dang it, and we have to make sure we get to it by spinning some valves and spinning some pipes. Now I'm kind of stuck here, so I need to push this around, which means gotta deal with this every time, which is annoying. Once you make it through, which I'll have a jump cut for, and once you fill up on your magic, go ahead, put the valve in, spin the valve, and you should be good to go, except for one specific thing. Yep, but we got a problem still. The way to get to the fountain is locked. Yep, we can't go to the fountain because we need a key. So where's the key? Remember that area with that glowing thing that we couldn't reach because we needed something to get across the water with? Yeah, we have the scuba gear now. Oh, sorry, the snorkel gear now. So we're going to go down and deal with that right now. The key is on the other side. Now, on the way there, getting for the alligator is easy as long as you time it and get there fast enough. Getting back is a pain. In fact, for me, I had to take a hit because trying to get back is just... it's annoying. It's not fun. I mean, I tried to time myself so that I can get through without any worries at all. But I couldn't. I really couldn't. There's like a weird, like a long delay when you get inside. And, yeah. Now I'm diving, and as you can see... yeah, not much time, especially if the alligator has like a pathing that is very slow and very annoying. I do not have enough time to make it through without getting bitten, as you can tell. So, yeah. Annoying, because these alligators are always annoying with this episode, but you're gonna have to deal with it. And once you got the key, just go back, unlock the thing, and then enjoy your cutscene because you're done with this part of the episode. Huzzah! Time for some gumbo, baby.
Here we go, Scoob. Scooby-Doo. Daphne? Oh, no! Not the gumbo! Raggy! No! I'll be right there!
Let go, you creeps!
This is for your own safety, miss. Intruders in the perimeter.
Like run, Scoob! Scooby-Doo! Where are you? Scooby-Doo! Raggy! Raggy! Raggy!
Look, it's one of them zombies.
Must have gotten loose. Hey there. You're a fine-looking dog, you.
Dog? Where?
Are you looking for someone, dog? What say we go find them? You go ahead, dog. I'll go another way.
What a great hillbilly, just letting a dog just go on his own in the water with all these agents of guns and alligators and such. Yeah, really good guy, huh? Anyway, these agents in the boats are not too bad. It's only when you get spotted by the spotlights they'll actually attack you. And really, it's just like a one shot and then they just stop. Really easy stuff. Just watch out for the spotlights, don't get caught by them. As for the movable ones, they're very easy. Just go right up their butt and you will be fine. I'm not kidding, you will never get caught even if you're touching them. They are literally just not going to worry about you. As long as they don't show you on the spotlight, they will not shoot you at all. You can do whatever you want. Anyway, alligators are annoying. And as you can see, I have to take this hit here. Because, yeah, as you can see, the alligator pathing is really, really annoying. Look at this. Why? Now I'm going to get bitten because I couldn't do anything about that, as you can tell. The alligators are just the worst. And they're even worse when you get into these log areas. Because there's alligators hiding in the water. And if you're spotted by them, when they pop their head up, you take a lot of damage. So, this spot's not too bad. It's only 2 alligator heads. But later on, it's going to get very obnoxious. Just go through and get the shrimp in the save file. And then continue on outside back to the area of the main river. You want to continue on because after this stuff, we'll have more alligators. And more spotlights. And some other stuff, like clues and such. I got spotted. The radius of these spots, by the way, is so big and weird. It's not fun to get through this. And for the ones that are, there's like a tree in the middle and there's an alligator on the other side, just go one side and you should be fine. You can make it in time. Otherwise, dive and you should be okay by then if you hold the dive button until he goes away. Yeah, as you can tell, it's not exactly a lot of fun. But at least with the tree ones, they do go back to their path. They're just sort of like circle around you until you come back up and you get bitten with you. There's some help around here, by the way. And, oh, and by the way, if the spotlights hit the ground while you're not in the water, don't worry, they won't shoot at you. I'm not kidding. They won't shoot at you. They only shoot at the things that are in the water that are you. I don't get the logic of that. But it makes things a little easier. Especially since one time you get any spotlight on the ground is what you saw right there, and that's a glitch. So, good job, guys. Anyway, get back out here, and then you go to the next area of this part, because there's actually 2 parts. This is the first part. And hey, it's Hillbilly. How did he get here? I mean, he took another direction, but how did he get here specifically? Without going through the water, because I don't know where else he could have gone. But yeah, he follows you, and no, you can't switch the hillbilly, even though you might be thinking he might be like a Shaggy. No. You're stuck as Scooby and he's just following you throughout the whole thing, which he's just useless. So don't worry about him, just go ahead and continue on like he's not even there. Anyway, there are bridges that are like broken and you can't jump across them for some reason, so just don't worry about them. And don't worry about the food either. The guys that are around here that have the guns are very easy to dodge. Even if you get noticed, when they shoot their gun, it's very slow and very easy to dodge. So you shouldn't have any trouble getting past them. Once you do, go down the other spiral and then continue on past the bridge, in which, by the way, is a save file, in which you'll find a clue. Grab the clue and then continue on through this little area where the truck will start driving through. If the truck is here, just hide and wait for him to go by, because he does a lot of damage. Oh, and he'll cause a whole bunch of agents to come in and make your life living hell. But if the truck's not there, truck it. Like, seriously. Go. Run. Make it over to this spot over here before he comes over. If you do make it, good job. You made it through without a truck even noticing you. Now you have to go through another spiral bridge thing, all the way to the other side, in which you'll have to find zombies. Yes, zombies. Believe it or not, that's our next monster. No page, like no known location for the page, so we can't get these zombies, but just letting you know there are 2 zombies here, and we have to deal with the zombies later on in this episode. But first of all, another dive place.
Mind them gators, dog. Them's treacherous.
Alligator!
Once again, he leaves us. He's just so useful, huh, guys? Also, the zombies can't get to the bridge thing, the diving area, so they just kind of get stuck there in a walking cycle. Yeah, it's kind of sad, really. And when you get to the other side, you'll begin part 2 when you go in that cave. Yep, part 1 is now over. Here's part 2. And part 2 is actually harder. In fact, it's actually really annoying. Remember that log area? Well, the log area before was optional. This is not optional. And it is painful to get through. A lot of this part is painful to get through. And it's not the spotlights, it's the alligators. The alligators are just not fun. They're just annoying as hell. There's a clue on the left side, go ahead and grab that. On the right side, there's a full health and a save point. If you want that stuff, go ahead and get it. I'm getting it right now. I'm being serious though. I hate this part. I hate the swimming. It's just not fun. And a lot of people who have played this game agree that the swimming part is just not fun. It's slow. The alligators pathing and all just screws things up and makes it, like, unnecessarily hard. And you can be hitting an infinite loop with these alligators, man. It's really unfair. But yeah, this area is even worse. The radius of them seeing you and scaring you is random, in which you're going to have to put some distance, but you're going to have to guess the distance between one alligator and the one you just passed. It's not easy, and it's not fun either. Especially since an alligator will be right, like you'll be right behind an alligator, he'll still somehow notice you and scare you. I don't even know how. But yeah, the swimming part is just, I can't. I remember dying twice in, like, both parts of the swimming area. Simply because the alligators are just that difficult to traverse through. And yeah, unless you know where all the alligators are, you remember all of them, you're gonna be screwed. Now, once you get out of the log area, stick to the right and swim. Don't get with these alligators. They will keep you in a stuck loop. And trust me, it sucks. If you need health, on the right side there are some more Scooby snacks. Go ahead and get them. Go to the left side. There are a lot of areas that will let you dive out that I'm guessing is for safe spots. but are otherwise completely useless, especially since you have to dive in ability. So, ignore the spots like the one above us, like right in front of us, and then take this boat from the back all the way through. After you are done with all the alligators, the rest is very easy. I'm not kidding, especially since part 2 is almost done at this point. Just swim through the spotlights, continue on through to the cave, and part 2 is done. Make sure to make a save, by the way, just in case you miss out on this little bit with this next little mini game that is a one-off, because it's an item we need from this mini game that we'll have to collect. So, it's a save point, we'll save, then we'll go through, and then we'll see a cutscene before we begin said mini game. Trust me, it's not a very good one.
Shaggy!
Your buddy's in a mighty tight spot. Tell you what, you go and create a diversion, and I'll let him out of that zombie cage. What? Don't tell me you're a scaredy cat. Here, I'll give you a nice doggy biscuit if you do it.
Scooby snack. Okay.
Now go and keep them soldier fellers away from that there cage.
On to the minigame. Before we begin, go behind here and get the chicken. Now, to do this minigame, there are a few guards here, and they will try to shoot you down. Their bullets, their attacks, are very, very weak. Like, they deal literally no damage, you can tell. It will take quite a few shots to take you down. So, if you are low on health, there are a lot of health pickups around here. What you have to do is keep them in your vicinity. Do not let them go back, or else you fail the mission. After the certain minute of time is done, you are done with the minigame, you'll get a cutscene, and then we'll go to a part that's even worse than the alligator stuff. And yeah, it's why I don't like this episode at all, either, like the third episode.
I suggest you come out now.
The zombies! They're escaping!
Why, thanks for saving me.
My name's Billy Bob, sir. Don't worry, I got me a getaway vehicle just round the bend.
Getaway vehicle? More like a giveaway vehicle.
And here we are. Yep. It's just like the minecart one, except you're not on tracks, you can go wherever you want. Things are a lot more faster. You have to worry about fuel. Yeah, you have to worry about getting fuel in this one. And, there's a lot more you have to get here. Also, there's a lot more obstacles. And it's actually a lot more harder to deal with. Yeah. And not only that, but you only play this once. By the way, there's that. You will unlock this to get all the food, by the way. You get a harder version of this. But 2 of the food items and 1 clue are in this entire thing. And unlike the minecart back in episode 3, you can only play this one once in the episode. So if you don't find these and get these items, you're going to have to replay the entire episode all over again to get them again. Also, this minigame is a bit glitchy. You can ride on walls. If you hit certain objects and go in the water, you'll be on the water. You won't be diving in. There's even spots where you'll actually be hovering in the air from Bayou. And, yeah. It's, a very glitchy, like, minigame. Oh, and there's dead ends here too, just letting you know that. So yeah, this is a very annoying minigame, and you'll lose a lot, but the good news is, there are checkpoints, and there's a lot of checkpoints in fact. It's a lot more generous with its checkpoints in the freaking minecart minigame. But it doesn't excuse it from being hard. Like, here's a glitch here. it doesn't excuse it from being hard, because this is extremely hard sometimes. You're gonna have to slow down at times. You can't handle the speed. Especially at one point where you kind of have to be forced to slow down. Because if you just go like full acceleration like I am, you're actually going to go right off because you are going too fast. And the game does not like that. The game does not appreciate you for being fast, and it will punish you by taking you down to the water. Like so. But this area has a clue. You have to hit the left path. Then you have to make a specific jump and be very accurate to get this clue, which is one of the guns the guards have. If you miss this, you can bail instantly from a log over there. Just take it before you get to the checkpoint. If you get the checkpoint and you get the clue, you screwed up. You literally screwed up. And you're gonna have to go ahead and reload your save, or redo the entire episode if you completed it and saved over your save. Because seriously, you shouldn't have missed that clue. And in fact, you shouldn't miss any of the food items, because you won't get any of the concept art, and you won't get to do the harder version of this minigame. By the way, if you go straight down over here, there's a really difficult jump with this crocodile here. Yeah, that's not a big fan of that jump. Anyway, here's the next part of this. So not in part 2 yet. This one's the part 2, by the way. We're not up to it yet, but it's gonna get very tricky. It actually is. And there's a lot of spots where you won't actually notice there's like a log or something there. So you'll bail. You will. Even if you don't want to. Now then, just continue on, and eventually you'll get to a spot in which you're back in the water. We'll just you'll be up to this jump here. Make a small jump and you'll get the hot peppers. If you make a big jump, you go over it, and you're gonna have to bail again for the checkpoint like here right now to get the hot peppers. And by the way, if you got the hot peppers and you bail, you have to get them again. Because again, like the minecart one, you have to get the checkpoint, then you lose the item. You'll have to get it again. So yeah, and be careful. Actually, nearly all of these dead ends are obvious, unlike the minecart one. So, you should be able to notice when one's a dead end and one's not. So, only one food item remains. In fact, we have all the clues, I believe. So, the one food item is here. And there's a lot of alternate paths I went for this one. And here's a glitch of me being in the air of this one. So, the item here is the hot sauce. You have to make a jump for this one as well. Well, more or less you have to like accelerate right into it. But if you have to make the jump, there's a lot of alternate paths that I did record. In fact, about 15 minutes of it. If you want, I could make a point, like a 0.5 for this part of those paths, and have it uploaded here with my commentary over it, but I'm pretty sure you don't want that. And it's not very interesting anyway, so it's not important either. You don't need those paths, because you need these items, so you don't have to worry about it at all. Anyway, this is the last one. It's the hard one. Basically, you have to make sure not to bail here, because there's only one checkpoint, and it's like 2 checkpoints, and there's a lot of hard turns and a lot of spots to get you bailed. Just be careful of that. Once you make it all the way through, you're done. You never have to do it again from the entire episode. You don't even get to choose to go back and do this all over again. We'll be going straight to the boss battle of episode 4. So as you make it through these big jumps, get ready for a big boss battle against some stuff. And a cutscene, by the way.
I used to live on a farm here, but then them Walking Dead fellers started showing up, so I had to vacate them premises. But it'll take more than zombies or them Greenwood suits to make me go.
Did you say Greenwood?
Sure did. Them's the fellers who bought this land. They also be catching them zombies and sending them away in big old army trucks. Anyone for some sandwiches?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hello?
Huh?
Anyone here? Guys, I finally found you. This is bad. Zombies have attacked the army trucks, and Daphne and Fred are in danger.
But like we haven't found the Tome of Doom page for zombies yet.
You mean like this one?
Like exactly like this one.
I found it in one of them trucks.
Great. Let's go save the others.
Help!
Get us out of here!
So those zombies are more than you can handle, huh?
What the? Who the heck are you?
We're Mystery Inc. Private Shaggy?
That's me.
Get these zombies out of my sight.
And thus, we begin to fight the zombies. But first, do not jump down. Save and talk to Velma. This is the only time you'll ever talk to Velma, and if you jump down, you can't get back up ever. Talk to Velma. Get the clues checked out.
Great, you found a clue.
Now it's time for Velma to show us what the clues entail. Begin.
Some kind of large truck stopped here. There's lots of footprints around, as if they loaded it up with something. The back of the postcard says it's from Florida. Someone must have brought it over here. It's a book titled Undead for Newbies. Looks as if someone wanted to know more about zombies. This is a strange-looking device. Seems it was made by a company called Sherman Tech. Unfortunately, it's not working anymore. Wow! According to these documents, Greenwood Development is in fact owned by Sherman Tech.
Oh my! The plot thickens! And by the way, we have no zombies, but now we're gonna get all the zombies here, which is about 5, 6. Yeah, the boss fights zombies. The zombies take 2 buttons. Except for the boss zombie, because these aren't boss zombies. There is a boss zombie in this one. And he takes quite a few button presses, and in fact, pretty difficult to actually capture, and you'll probably lose a lot of health because of it. But yeah, deal with these zombies first, take care of them, they're very easy. If the truck rocks around, it'll give you energy. Once you have all the zombies, the cutscene will play, and you'll have to beat a giant zombie. I'm not kidding.
Phew.
Chalk one up for the good guys.
Yeah! Why, don't worry, guys. We'll save you. I hope.
Don't you hate it when Don't audio worry, we'll overlaps save over you. each other? Anyway, let's go ahead and get the zombie. It takes a lot of button presses, and he has some annoying tactics. He can burp at you, he can throw up on you, like that, and he can also do an earthquake like a mummy. And this earthquake will screw you over. But luckily, you do get health from Velma if you go close to her and you're low on health. However, she will not give you this every time you're low on health. So, yeah, you're gonna have to wait a bit. Oh, and if you're low on the stuff, don't worry. There's a lot of energy being spewed out from the big zombie doing his earthquake and such. Just take care and get the stuff. Oh, and if you get to about 0 health, this little stance will happen for these two. If you get hit once during this, you get a game over. However, if you get hit again after that, you'll be back in the animation, so yeah. But don't worry, zombies down now, episode 4 is done, enjoy your cutscene.
Thanks, son. You took care of those critters like a real trooper. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get these trespassers to the local authorities.
What?
Like, you can't do that.
Are you questioning my orders? Give me 20 on the double. You too, mister.
I'm afraid you've got it all wrong, sir.
What?
We're investigators. Sir, why is the army trying to cover up a creepy case of zombies?
Hold your horses, ma'am. The military ain't involved in this at all. Master Sergeant Jeremy Rhodes, retired from the service. Me and my old buddies were hired by Greenwood Development to clear out this area before it was sold to Sherman Tech.
3?
Jinkies! According to my notes, Greenwood Development is owned by Sherman Tech.
What?
So they've been selling land to themselves.
After scaring away the owners.
Now wait just 1 minute. Are you saying there's foul play involved?
You bet. And we've got the proof.
Well, I'll be. All right. Come over here. We bring the zombies here.
Sherman Tech headquarters?
Now you do me a favor. Get those Greenwood lowlifes for me.
Will do. Come on, gang. Let's go.
Good luck, y'all.
Bye, Willie Rob. Yeah, bye.
Did I tell you to stop, soldiers? Give me another 20, or I'll have you put on latrine duty.
1.
Oh, those two. Anyway, we're done with episode 4, and we have all the concept art and food for this episode. Which means game art and the minigame of the bike thing. Yay! So that's it for this episode. Next time we're actually doing the final episode. Why do you think this is called a quick play? So next time in the final episode of, well, Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem, we begin the final episode. And trust me, it's an interesting one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.